he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance. Those are the words of Robert Kennedy, almost 50 years ago, speaking about the work that he was doing through the Peace Corps. But I think the work that you're doing here and about to embark on, these words are just as relevant. I want to say a few words, as Don has already previewed, about hope. Now, as much as I kid about my age, I think I love the look on people's faces when I meet them for the first time. It's a safe bet I'm one of the youngest directors AmeriCorps Vista has ever had in its 50 years of being around. The same was true of my last job in the White House, where I was for 5 years. I was one of the youngest directors to ever serve in that position. And you've heard my biography a bit from Melissa. But the funny thing about biographies is sometimes they leave out the bad stuff. When you fail, when you don't get what you want, when things don't go according to the plan you had, when you were challenged, what do? And if I read my other biography, the one with some bumps and bruises, the ones with duct tape around the edges of that resume from getting knocked around by life, it would probably read like this. It would say, I'm the second of 5 children born to a first-generation immigrant, a teenage mom. I would share something on the resume about my dad who just wasn't there. It would have a bullet point or two about the community programs we turned to when we didn't have enough to eat from month to month, or when the electricity got cut off, or when we got evicted on more than one occasion. It would also have a couple bullets about the great community programs, in some parts supported by programs like Vista, that helped us make it from month to month. There will be a short line about the abuse my mom and all of us faced when my stepdad decided to drink too much, and a blurb on what colleges I didn't get into, and what law schools didn't take me in. Now, some of you may come from backgrounds similar to mine or even more modest than mine, but whatever your story, whether you faced first world problems or things more serious, I wanted to again talk about when challenges and disappointments come, hope is the thing that has to sustain us. Now, there will certainly be others that underestimate you because of your youth, or relative level of inexperience, or your last name, or the town you come from, or what you look like. We can't do much about that. My point to you is don't be one of them, the people that underestimate you. Today marks a major milestone, and one that you had to press through a lot to even get to sit in these chairs right now. You have to make the deliberate decision to hope when confronted with an obstacle, and not interpret that closed door as the limit and the boundary of your potential. Find another door. Your NCCC members, build another door. Today marks the end of 4 weeks of training to prepare you for your service in the FEMA Corps program.